Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So today, I am continuing my series of reviews by taking a look back at Countdown number 30. Countdown is known as Countdown to Final Crisis for its last 24 issues. Since this is a countdown, the story order for the numbering is backwards, so that you start with issue 51 and read down to issue number 1. As such, be sure to check out my previous videos or read the previous issues yourself so you're able to keep up with the story, as there is a lot going on. I'll go ahead and include a link to my playlist that has all of the video reviews of Countdown I've done so far, which has about 20 issues reviewed. Alright, so issue 30 is written by Paul Dini with Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti. The pencils are by Jesus Says, and I really like his art. The inks are by Jimmy Palmiotti, and the colors are by Tom Chu, who's done the colors on a lot of these issues. Now, the cover on this issue is done by Ian Churchill, Norm Rapmond, and Tom Chu did the colors on that too. So the cover itself is really great. It's one of the best covers we've had in a few issues. I like it a lot. And coincidentally enough, I have a few issues of Countdown, like physical copies, and this is one of those. So I like the issue a lot, and the cover's really cool. We see, well, you can see for yourself, we have Green Lanterns meeting Green Lanterns, Donna Troy meeting Wonder Woman, and Jason Todd meeting Batman. Let's expect that these are each from separate Earths. And in fact, near the title up there at the top, where it says number 30 for the issue, to the right of that there's a little number 15. That tells you that the characters on the right there are from Earth 15. Alright, so go ahead and start off on the first page. We're picking up with Karate Kid and Triplicate Girl. They are searching for a cure for Karate Kid because he has a Almac viral infection, going to be terminal if it's not treated. So they went to visit Professor Blank, and he has this machine that's analyzing Karate Kid. Then we go to the next page. It's a full page splash page with a battle going on. So I was a little confused by this at first, but what's happening here is all these villains attack Black Canary and Green Arrow's wedding. So a few issues prior to this, the heroes were warned by Trickster and the Piper, who we see here. So Piper and Trickster actually escaped, but they came back, which is why I was confused. I was like, why are they still here? But they came back to the wedding to see what's going on. And they see everybody fighting, and then they find a television that has got the Joker on it, and the Joker's talking. It's a pre-recorded thing. And we go to the next page. So Jimmy Olsen is at Cadmus because he has developed superpowers, and they're testing him. But it goes awry, as you would expect. So he decides he needs to leave before he hurts anybody, and he ends up turning into this swirling thing and going down the drain. So his powers are all over the place. He can do all kinds of crazy things. We've seen him do a lot of weird stuff in several previous issues, but he can't control it, and he doesn't know why it's happening. So that's why he went to Cadmus to get help. And I thought they were gonna, do something bad to him, but it ended up they were trying to help him, actually. So we go to the next page, and we're catching up with the so-called Challengers, which is this group of characters we've been following who are searching for Ray Palmer. They picked up the Jokester, who is the good version of the Joker from Earth 3, and now they're on Earth 15, continuing their search. And there's a bit of an interesting thing here where Jason Todd really doesn't like the Jokester, as you can expect, because he was basically killed by the Joker on his Earth. So he has a conflict with the Jokester and actually punches him. A lot of dialogue where they're talking and explaining that. And then we see the Batman of this Earth and his crew show up. So they confront them. And we go to the next page, and we're back at the wedding. So Trickster and Piper grab that TV with the Joker on it, because they know it's probably, gonna be something bad. So they pick it up and throw it at Poison Ivy, and it blows up. Looks like it blows her up, but I'm sure, she'll survive somehow. So then they leave, they get in a car and escape, but as they are escaping, this bad guy, who I'm not sure who it is, sits up in the back seat and puts a playing card to the throat of Piper. So I'm going to assume that that could kill him, and he's taken him hostage. One thing, though, I thought was kind of... personally, I didn't like it. A lot of the jokes, so-called jokes, are the characters kind of picking on Piper because he's gay. So, like, Trickster is his partner, but he's always making fun of him and saying, like, oh, you know, you can wear a dress and stuff like that. It's really dumb. And then this guy in the back seat that sits up and takes him prisoner calls him a name, too, and it's just like, okay, you know, we get it, he's gay. You don't have to keep... It's not that it doesn't make sense within the context of the story, like people just insulting him, but this anti-gay thing, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't fit the story, in my opinion. So, anyways, we go to the next page, and this is what I'm most interested in, is the challengers now are talking to Batman. So, the Batman on Earth 15 is Jason Todd. So, their Wonder Woman is also Donna Troy. So, it's kind of like this planet, these, you know, Donna Troy and Jason Todd both progressed and did better than they did on the Earth they're originally from. So, it's kind of an interesting contrast, and their Adam, instead of being Ray Palmer, is this girl who is named Jessica Palmer. And I say girl because she's really young. Jason Todd's like, is this little girl your Adam? What is she, 12? And then she says, oh, actually, I'm 18. But anyways, so they all have a lot of similarities. Red Hood and their Batman have little conflicts, just kind of testing each other out. Turns out the Batman there is better than Red Hood, so it was like I was saying. However, their Superman is General Zod. So General Zod shows up and he tells them to quit fighting and that the challengers are telling the truth. So then their Wonder Woman kind of talks to Donna Troy for a bit and tells her this story about Greek mythology and stuff, basically just trying to help her, and says, if you are destined to become the Wonder Woman of your world, then you will be. So that was pretty cool. And then Hal Rayner puts the challengers in a force bubble and they have to take off because they need to continue searching for Ray Palmer. So the other guys are still there and they're talking, and then we see a transparent monitor. He arrives just a little bit too late because the other monitors are searching for the challengers. So we're almost to the end here. We pick up with Holly Robinson, who is the new Catwoman. And her and Harley Quinn are working with the Amazons at this time. So they're almost to Themyscira, and when they're almost there, it's Athena, actually. And she says that that their training begins now. Into the water they have to go. So they have to jump in and fight these sharks. So yeah, that's what we see. They jump in, and it says to be continued. So that's the end of the issue, except there's 2 extra pages. It's the origin of General Zod. So at the end of a lot of these issues, they have a little extra bonus that fills you in some more on some of the characters. And that's the way it ends, with 2 pages of that. Alright, I liked the issue a lot. It filled in a lot of the storyline and had a lot of cool characters. I like Jesus Say's art on this, and I like Tom Chu's colors pretty much always. Alright, that's all for now. We'll get issue 29 out real soon, and I'll be doing reviews of other comics and lots of other videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you're already subscribed. If you aren't subscribed, hey, why not subscribe? I put up videos pretty often. And as always, thank you for watching and being a part of DC Fans United.
End of line.